All right, we give thanks for this moment in time. Happy summer solstice. Happy full moon. Prior to me pressing record, we had a whole testimony service going on. I was sharing a testimony, but you're not gonna get it because you're supposed to tune in live. You got to tune in live to get those little goodies. Sometimes spirits start flowing before I press record, and you got to tune in live and join us live to get those tidbits. But I did propose a question after sharing the testimony and vibing out a little while. This is the question that came to mind. What are you synced up with? What are you synced up with? Heaven or hell? What are you synced up with? Heaven or hell? It's what you sync yourself up with. Are you having heavenly thoughts, heavenly feelings, are you speaking heavenly words? Or hellish thoughts, hellish words, hellish feelings, hellish imaginings, hellish perceptions. Do you perceive hellish in a hellish way from a hellish perspective? Or do you perceive from a heavenly perspective? Didn't plan on going this way before I started, but since it's here now, let me put some words to that. Since I asked you to write it down for this summer solstice and full moon. Am I synced up with hell or heaven? Let's just say it how it is. Am I synced up with heaven or hell? What am I synced up with? And what do I mean by synced up with? We sync up with things through our energy, through our thoughts, through our words, through our feelings. That's how we sync up with things. So I want you to see what's the two differences. What are the two differences when it comes to these things that you can sync up with? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Hey, Sister Jackie. Thank you for the thumbs up too. Right when I was looking at you. Hey, beautiful. Are you synced up with heaven? Let's look at heaven. Hold up. The metaphysical meaning of heaven. The kingdom of heaven or of the heavens is a state of consciousness in which the soul and the body are in harmony with divine mind. Oh, wait a minute, Queen. You mean to tell me it's not this thing up above with pearly gates? And wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Are we saying, I don't know when I die if there's going to be something up in the sky? I'm not going to say it's not. I can't speak on what's going to happen when this physical body transitions. Okay, so that's not the conversation I'm having here. But while we're here in this physical plane, the heaven that applies, and when you hear Queen Yin talks about heaven, this is what I'm talking about. And it behooves you to, whether you believe in the pearly gates or not, to look at this, because the Bible is talking from a metaphysical standpoint. I'm not arguing on, is it a physical book? Are these things physically real? Was there a physical Jesus? Was there a physical Peter, Paul? I don't know. I'm not the one to ask that. However, in my experience and in my understanding that this book is talking about states of consciousness, the development of the mind, and development of your understanding with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of your divinity. Because you are children of God, therefore you are a divine being. And so if you are to reside in the kingdom of heaven, which you have the option to do in this physical, isn't that beautiful? You don't have to wait. You don't have to work hard, deny all of the devices and all of the, to be sinless. You don't have to do none of that and wait on heaven. You can reside in the heavenly experience right now. How? It says it's a state of consciousness in which your soul and your body, not just this physical body, but you and all of your territory, you and all of your relations, you and everything that you're connected to is your body. It's in harmony. What does harmony mean? Harmony means it's functioning from the place of understanding of a divine mind, or a person who understands that you're a divine being. So there's a certain way you speak. There's a certain way you perceive. There's a certain way you react. There's a certain way you handle things. There's a certain way you don't handle things. You have a certain way. That's this divine mindedness. You should be acting differently in the situation. You shouldn't feel no way when somebody be like, you just so nonchalant. You act like everything just, I choose. I'm choosing to practice what I know to be true. And that is one of my truths that I know is all is God and God is good. So all is good. So I may can't see it. And yeah, if you want to engage my ego, I may be right there with you cussing and fussing. But I'm choosing not to engage my ego. I'm choosing to activate divinity in this moment. This little light of mine is going to shine. That's what's going to happen in this moment. Oh, Lord. I think when I put this red lipstick on, I do go in preacher mode. Did y'all notice that? I think I do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just coming with a little message and a meditation. That was my plan. Yin, get on here and give them what you came for and get off. Let them people have their summer solstices and full moon to themselves. That's what I told myself. And now I'm in full-blown preacher mode. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That is heaven. All right, so let's get to hell. Let's get to what's the hell is. What's the question? Somebody put in the chat room. Who remember what's the question that we're posing here for this summer solstice and full moon? Beautiful question to ask yourself as you're going into a new season, as you're in a full moon time where it's time to reflect. It's time to see if there's anything in my mindset that I need to shift, that I need to allow to change. So this is a wonderful time to ask that question. The question is, what are you synced up with, heaven or hell? Period. Let's look at hell. Also, take note of this website. This is the website that we use a lot to look up our metaphysical meanings. It's also a book. It's called the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary that you can purchase. And they have taken that book pretty much and put it on this website. So, such a great resource. I absolutely donate to them every year just because I use it faithfully, you know. Hell. Look at hell. Metaphysical meaning. A place of... Oh, Lord of mercy. Come on, somebody. All right, hell. A region of lamentations, lamenting, place of purifying fires, place of defilement, a region of lamentations, place of groaning. It is not to be looked upon, the outer darkness, hollow, empty, place of unquenchable, the place of consuming desires. It says one does not, I'm skipping down here, one does not have to die in order to go to hell. Any more than one has to die, one does not have to die in order to go to hell any more than one has to die to go to heaven. Both are states of mind and conditions which people experience as a direct outworking of their thoughts, beliefs, words, and actions. If one's mental processes are out of harmony with the law of man's being, your divine being, harmony with the law of man's being. What's the law of man being? The law of divinity, the laws of divinity, the laws of energy, the laws of the universal laws, these laws that are real. And those are the things that real and apply, and they're infinite and they always will apply no matter if you like it or not. If one's mental processes are out of harmony with the law of man's being, they result in trouble and sorrow. Mental as well as bodily anguish overtakes one, and this is hell. It's hell. They may never acknowledge it, but a contributor to many of the diseases that are taking people out right now is contributed to stress, worry, resentment, anger, sadness, It is. If you're not familiar with Louise Hay, look at Louise Hay work. She offers the list of metaphysical meanings for the different bodily issues we have. If you're having kidney problems, if you're having lung problem, throat problem, whatever it is you may be having, there's an inner disturbance that's happening, that's creating that outer. And no one wants to live in dis-ease of the body or dis-ease of the mind. No one wants to live in that, but many are. How many of us know? And this is not to fault people. Please understand, if you're tuned in right now dealing with a condition, whether it's a dis-ease, severe or minor or whatever it may be, it's not to feel bad about it. You know, I was recently dealing with vertigo. Never experienced it in my life, ever. Only reason why I knew what it was because I had a sister who was just telling me about it like 2 or 3 weeks prior to me experiencing it. What's the immediate thing I do? Oh, Lord, let me look this up. What's happening? What's happening with me on the inside that I'm not paying attention to? Because oftentimes it's not like we know that these things are happening. We hardly know that it's happening. We think we're all right. Well, I'm all right. I'm fine. What's really happening? Well, not if you're experiencing certain things in the body. So it's time for a check-in. So listen, it ain't to feel bad about it. I'm not saying these things in what should I say, like indictment or to shame anyone. I'm saying pay attention to this because we sign up for hellish experiences depending upon the thoughts that we're having, whether they're subconscious, conscious, whether they're subconscious or conscious. So ask yourself also, write this question down. Are there any running background programs in the back of my head that I need to get rid of and reprogram? Are there any running background, meaning, is there anything that's kind of lightly, you don't think about it a lot, but it's there, that's getting in the way of your progression in certain spaces? Some of you think that you got to work hard to get the money that you feel like your heart desires. You got to delete that programming. Some of you think you're on a fixed income for whatever situation you're in. If you feel like you want to tap into more abundance as far as your currency go, you need to delete that program and reprogram with another thought. Because as a man thinketh, finish it up in the chat room. As a man thinketh, what? It's according to your thought. I'm not making it up. And I have seen it as a reality. So is he. As a man thinketh, as a woman thinketh, so is he, so is she. Mind becomes matter. You want to change the matter around you, change your mind. Well, Queen, I don't be thinking like that. Sit down with yourself. There might be a background running program. You know how on the phone you clean it out and it still goes sluggish and you trying to figure out what the heck? Why is my phone still going sluggish? Then you do a deep dive and you get one of these teenagers who actually know how to use the phone. And they be like, like mine has done. What is this? I don't know what that is. Something I put on my phone 3 years ago. And it's just taking up data, taking up space. Sit down this summer solstice, this full moon. Is there any background running programs I need to delete and reprogram it? What can I reprogram that thought with? My people who are tapping into, I'm going to change that word, tapping into your birthright, which is abundance of resources, love, joy, peace. All of this is part of abundance. What could I reprogram my mind? What truth can I impart in my mind so that when I delete that thought that I'm on a fixed income because I can't work, I don't have no time to work. I don't have, whatever the limitation is, where you feel limited in your resources, what could you program in your mind? These are not rhetorical questions. I'm asking you, metaphysicians, you truth tellers, you who know God. Alicia, God is my supply. And there is no limitation. I'm going to add to yours, Alicia. And there is no limitation on God, baby. There is no limitation. What's the scripture? What my Bible told us that? What is the scripture where it talk about exceedingly abundantly above all that I could ever? Give me the scripture, please. Look it up, copy and paste it in the chat room. What it's saying to you, you can get blessed exceedingly and abundantly above what you can imagine, even if you try to imagine it. So it will behoove, don't even try to imagine it. Just proclaim it. Your heart is calling for it. Fear and time is an illusion. Giving thanks, Knox. That's a truth that I can program in my mind. So when that thing start to try to creep back in there and say, oh man, that program can activate. No, fear and time is an illusion. Limitless potential, dormant potentiality. There is limitless potential in this life. I'm never stuck. I never lack. I'm never doomed. These are the things that we program. This is necessary. Reprogramming the mind, necessary. Necessary. Why? Because you can either be synced up with heaven or hell. That's the question. So some people are just joining us. The question is, thank you for the scripture, Ephesians 3:20. The prime question right now of the hour: are you synced up with heaven or hell? As we're going into this summer solstice, a harvest period. As we're going into this summer solstice, a harvest period. What are you harvesting? Hell or heaven? What's on your table when I come to your buffet? Oh my God. All right. We're gonna come off of it. That wasn't what I planned to talk about. We saw, are we clear? Heaven and hell are states of consciousness. States of consciousness. To sync up with heaven, you have to sync up with divine mindedness. What is divine mindedness? Where you think with the predominant thought, all is God and God is good, so all is good. What does all is good mean? Everything working out. Anything that I need will come to me. Any guidance that I need will come to me. Anything that I feel like needs to be restored can be restored. Anything that I need to be destroyed can be destroyed. Anything I need to be reconstructed can be reconstructed. Anything that needs to be reconstructed will be reconstructed without any effort from me. It's already, as a matter of fact, everything that needs to be restored in my life, whether it's my health or my wealth or my relationships, whatever it is, it's happening right now in the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to speak life. I'm going to imagine the very best. I'm going to speak life into this situation. I'm going to speak life over myself. I'm going to speak that this resentment, this hurt, this embarrassment, this shame, this self-sabotage, all of that is leaving me. It's leaving me right now. It's being deleted from my DNA. It's been deleted from my cells. It's being deleted from my brain. All the words that are not good for me, all the words that are not productive in my life, they're being deleted from my vocabulary right now. My vocabulary is changing. The way I walk is changed. The way I see things is changed. The way I feel things is changing. I don't feel the same no more. I don't look the same no more. I don't walk the same no more. I don't have the same desires. As a matter of fact, I don't have desire. My heart has desires. I be still. I be calm. I be quiet so that I can hear what my heart is calling for, what my inner being is calling for, what my inner guidance system is calling for. So what I'm going to do with my life, I'm going to be meditative. I'm going to be prayerful. I'm going to calm down. I'm going to walk gingerly. I'm going to be more quiet, not out of submission, but out of glorification. Not out of surrender and cowardness, no, out of humility, a noble humility where I'm being lowered so that I can be raised. That's where I'm at. That's how I'm going to live. That's divine mindedness. That's the prayers and the talk and the mixtape. I just gave y'all the whole mixtape. That's the ficket mixtape of a divine minded one. I'm glad we pressed record. We're gonna pull that out and make that just a clip for us to play over and over again. That one channeled right there. That's how I'm gonna talk. Those who like Abraham Hicks, like I do, you hear her rampages. That's a divine-minded rampage. God is God. God is everything. Listen, God is not separate from me. Why would I have to ask or beg for God to be present in my life when God is present and is present and extend its presence to us? Presence with a CE and presence with a TS. Shay, give thanks. All right. Okay. So some of the themes of this summer solstice and full moon, outside of us questioning whether we synced up with heaven or hell now. And make sure when you get this link, listen to it again and again and again, okay? So we can know during this summer season what our divine assignments are. All right now, it's really time. If you are not synced up, I'm moving on to some of the other themes of this full moon and summer solstice because I'm already coming up on my time and we ain't nowhere near closing. Well, we're not far from closing. So don't fret, hang tight with me. Some of the other things that I want us to hear and I want us to really tune into is this. How many of you all, because I know it's more than just Atlanta, my Atlanta folks in here. How many of you are tuned in with your local farmers, your local growers, right? It is a time for us to tune into the land more. Pam Gregory, one of my favorite astrologers, have been saying that for the last several new moon and full moons, that, hey, it is a time for us to sink back in with nature in all ways, So it's for us to start eating from nature, not just organic, right? That's good too. So don't fret. Like, Queen, come on now. You about to blow me. I'm already really struggling to get the organic. So what you're saying now, but listen, hear me out. The reason why I'm saying tune into your local growers is because now with this energy shift that's happening with the earth, it's wonderful if you can get food that has been picked within the last 72 hours. You get my drift? It is very beneficial if you're at least indulging in some food that you eat that is coming straight from the ground within 72 hours. Whether that's you deciding to grow some hey, summertime, grandmama would grow tomato, cucumber, peppers. That's what she grew. She didn't grow everything. You can grow some simple herbs. You can just grow cilantro, parsley, and basil. Those 3 herbs are super easy. You can do it in pots. Even if you don't have land, you can do it on your porch. You can do it. But it is very beneficial is if you can eat, indulge in, eat it, juice it, put it in your smoothies, things that have come from this earth for within 72 hours. Why do I mention that? Because oftentimes when we're getting organic foods from the stores, although they're organic, they may not have been grown with chemicals and they may not be GMO. However, they may be from Mexico. They may be from Venezuela. They may be from Cuba. They may be from, if you're in Atlanta, they may be from Georgia, but they're from like South Georgia or North Georgia, wherever. And it took, by the time it got to the shelves, it's been almost a week, if not more. Additionally, it's been handled by several people. Some of them who are not growers. They're just ones that's working. Some of them that's disgruntled. I don't mean to, and please, my God, I know how it can feel like you're doing the very best that you can. And then you get these folks up here that's talking like, oh, don't even buy the organic because don't feel like that. Because guess what? If that's all you can get because you just don't know any local farmers or whatever, baby, purchase it, give thanks for it, pray over it, and keep it moving. But I'm saying it will be very beneficial for you to make an effort to find your local farmers. If you heard the message, say heard in the chat room. If you take that challenge, say challenge taken in the chat room. Okay, I'm challenging you, because sometimes we just go to the easy route. And, heaven ain't really like that kind of easy route. Like with every difficulty come easy, come ease, but, to one who want much, much is required. Okay? You want to age backwards. You want to look great. You want your frequency to be high. You want your first eye to be open. You want your chakras to be open. You want to be this. You want to be that. Okay, well, this is what it takes. Eat from the land. Commune with the land. That's my next point. So I won't harp on that other one. My next point, you should be grounding. How many of y'all are in my cold states? Because I feel for you. I do. How many of y'all are in my cold states? For those of you all who are in my cold states, I know you don't have a super long summer. You have a short spring, you know, those type of things. But Ohio, yes, that's one of them. When you can, get out, get double doses. Oh, I got a few Ohio. Y'all know each other? Y'all should. Get to know each other. Members coming together. I know Ohio is large, but I'm just saying. That's dope. Ohio back to back like that. That's dope. But while y'all do have that sun or that warmth, okay. While y'all do have that summer or that warmth, ground, get outside, take them shoes off, put your feet on the ground, lay on the ground. Don't put no blanket under you. Just lay on the ground, hug some trees, go to your natural springs. The next challenge, find your local farmers. The next challenge, find your local springs. For us in Atlanta, we got is it called Indian Springs? Yeah, I wanted to say Indian Trails, but it's called Indian Springs. We got Shannon from Ohio too. Look at the Ohio crew in the building. Yes. You got Indian Springs here in Atlanta, but I just found out that we have a spring in Augusta. There's a spring in Augusta. I'll share it with the group when long as y'all remind me to put it in there, what it's called. There's a spring right here. Augusta is 2 hours away. When I found it, I bought 3 more 5-gallon jugs so I can put it on the back of my truck and take a trip out there to fill up my water. Natural springs, water straight from the ground. It hasn't traveled anywhere. It hasn't gone through no machines. It hasn't been taught. Do y'all know that water has memory? Y'all don't feel me. Am I doing too much? Go ahead and tell me to get to the meditation. Say, get to the meditation. Or if I can keep going, tell me, keep going. I'm for real tapping in now. I'm tapping in. I'm doing a post check. Okay. Post check. All right. If I'm doing too much, let me know. I don't feel no way. I'm a talker. It's natural. I don't apologize for it. I know how to adapt. All right. I got a few, keep going. That's enough for me. Water has memory. Memory. So imagine memory of the earth. The earth. One of the epitome examples of creation of God. It has memory. It's a movie called Dirt. In case y'all want to check it out. It's a movie called Dirt. In this movie, it talks about the power of dirt. It talked about so much that it's like I know, but I just don't think about it like that. This one farmer, he's so in tune with his soil on his land. He takes it, keep on going to my DJ Kelly voice. He's so in tune with his soil. He's so careful about how he cultivates the soil, everything. And I'm not telling you to go do what this man do, but this man, he literally, he experiences his dirt through his mouth. That's how some of the ways he assesses it, because he had found such intricate power in this dirt. It's living. So imagine water. Do y'all know how water comes from the earth? Like how deep you got to dig? Most people who are maybe from the South will have family who are farmers will know more than many will. But how deep you have to dig in order to tap water? Man, I mean, when I think about all these things, and then I think about what we subject our bodies to, because we either feel like we can't afford it, feel like we don't have time, feel like whatever it is that we feel like will suffice for long periods of time with something lesser quality. I'm challenging all of us, myself included. It's easier for me to take my jugs and go to Whole Foods to the alkaline machine. I got to take a whole trip to get my water jugs, put it in the truck, go to the springs, fill them up, come back. But how worth it is. I remember I was only drinking spring water. That's only water I was drinking. Alkaline is great. Spring water is one of the best. Spring water. Water from the land. So that's one aspect of it. Water has memory. Can you imagine how many people has touch the water bottles that we may buy from the store? Can you imagine how many potential disgruntled workers have handled the water that you're bringing home? So with that, I'm not dooming it. I'm not saying be scared of it. Pray over your water. In Ayurvedic medicine, they say every time you get a vessel of water, you should, first of all, put it in a container that's energy conductor like copper. They keep their water in copper containers. You can purchase those. I have one at home, a 2-gallon one. So I just pour 2 gallons in there. I hold my hand, put my hand on that copper vessel. I pray over it. I send some Reiki in there and everything. And every time I get me some water out of there to drink out of it, I pray over it. I put some more energy. I pray over my water. I speak my intentions in my water. Be more intentional about when you're indulging in things that have memory, like water or your spring or your spiritual baths or your any of these things, gemstones. All of these things are energy conductors. So find your local farmers, find your local springs, and I'm challenging us one baby step at a time now. Baby step at a time. I'm challenging us to patronize those local farmers and to also get water from your natural springs. I think Atlanta, anybody familiar with like the jug water or some things like that? There are companies that have their own springs and they bottle them up in like glass containers. That's a great option too. You know, if you just don't have time or access to be able to get to natural springs. And listen, if you don't have a car, if you're have a physical limitation that can't help you do the, put it in your prayers. You will be amazed what happened. Then I want you to get online and tell me about it. Okay. I want you to tell me about it. Queen, you ain't gonna believe this. I'm gonna say, yes, I will. Go ahead and tell me though. I got a thing in the mail that said I get a year free of a year free of subscription to a natural spring water. Like, come on, that has to be the summer solstice and full moon talk. Real. Put it in your prayers. Amazing things happen when you put it in your prayers. You make an intention around it. Okay. So tuning into nature in that way where you're eating, indulging as far as eating, drinking, also getting more sun. You know, there's a lot of shifts going on, y'all, for real, energetically with the earth, with the cosmic energies, everything. There's such big shifts. So grounding, getting in the sun, you know, really activating in that way is very powerful. I think that's everything I want to address with getting in tune with nature. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that's everything. Excellent. So the last theme I think I want to cover here, and I'm going to share with you all the archive of my radio show last night, because I did a whole lot on my radio show. I talked a lot about the summer solstice and the full moon as well, like some tips for it. But the last thing I'm going to talk about, because we are in this cancering energy, is nurturing yourself through tuning into your emotions. I want you to identify if there's any emotions just kind of hovering that you need to see what the message is and then let it go. Just ask yourself that during this full moon. Are there any emotions that are hovering? Do I have any emotional residue that's around? And work on reconciling those things. How do you reconcile? Hear me out. There are 6 predominant emotions. This has been offered by husband and wife team. They do communication classes. I got this from them. Mama and Baba Matsimoyo here in Atlanta. Feelings as Messenger is the workshop that they teach. They offer this. There are 6 main emotions: peace, power, joy. You feel peaceful, powerful, and joyous. You feel the other 3 is anger, sadness, fear. Those are the main categories. Under anger can be a slew of things. You just put in synonym for anger or mad, and you can see what that could. Irritation goes under that. Frustration goes under that. Dissatisfaction goes under anger. You have sad. Sad could show up as fatigue, boredom. It could show up as depression. It could show up, sad shows up in different ways. So I have a chart too that I share. If you feel compelled and you want that chart to be shared, you can reach out to me. I'll share this chart. I use it. I have it up in my room in here when I'm using it. And then you have fear. That's feeling like there's a danger. And fear can show up in many ways. Anxiety, worry, these types of things. So reconciling means you're asking the questions to see, what am I feeling and why am I feeling that? So what am I feeling? Once you identify, I'm feeling sad. Sad means you feel like you've lost something, that you can't get it back. This is what's offered in the workshop that I took. And I like it. I share it as well because it's very helpful. So you can ask yourself, what do I feel like I've lost? I've lost respect for somebody. I've lost respect for myself. I've lost the ability to do something. Whatever loss it was, I've lost the ability to touch my mama. So I feel sad. I've lost whatever it may be. Then angry. Angry implies that there's been a violation. So you ask yourself, how do I feel like I've been violated? Has there really been a violation? Was there an agreement to violate in the first place? You have to ask yourself these questions. These questions help you to reconcile with these emotions. I'm in fear. Is there a danger? What do I feel is the danger? A journaling prompt that's really good for you to get to the bottom of the anger is, if I do this, I'm afraid that this will happen. If I do blank, I'm afraid that blank will happen. And you reconcile with that. First of all, you ask yourself, is that truly a danger? If I juxtapose that with truth, with the truth of God, with a divine mind, if I look at it with a divine mind, is there really still a danger? And if there is a danger, how do I safeguard myself? What do I need? What's appropriate for me to get out the face of danger? Reconcile with your emotions during this full moon. You got 3 more days of this energy. If you need assistance with reconciling with your emotion, get assistance. Book you a coaching session. Queen, I just want to reconcile with some of these emotions I have with this or that or him or her. Because believe it or not, it becomes a little background program, a running program in the background. And you don't know. You don't know you sad. How many times have you heard somebody say, I think I'm sad? I said, well, why you sad? I don't know. Why you always angry? I don't know. Reconcile with those emotions. Those are your divine assignments. I pray that they are clear. What are our assignments? I'm gonna back up and review, and then we're gonna go into our meditation, y'all. So I ain't gonna hold y'all feel, I promise you. Bag it up. The first question that we are to ponder is, are you synced up with hell or heaven? Period. First divine assignment. Question yourself. The next divine assignment is to tune back in with nature in a few ways. What are the few ways? Syncing up with your local farmers, starting to indulge in more local foods. If you can grow yourself, grow at least 2 or 3 items that you can eat straight from the soil, straight from the ground. Finding out your local springs so you can actually drink spring water straight from the ground, right? What was the other one in that? Ground? That's the last one in ground. Grounding. Get outside. Put your feet on the ground. Lay on the ground. Don't be scared. Come on, ground. Hug trees. Y'all listen, I was not a tree hugger all my life. Let me tell you now. Don't get it twisted. I think I'm now in a category of tree hugging, which is so like, what? But it is what it is. I'm not ashamed of it. But the image of tree hugger, I don't know if I fit that image. Maybe I do. Maybe I do these days. Maybe I fit that image, but I am a tree hugger. I'm a tree hugger. I'm a barefoot walker. I am a barefoot walker. I'm definitely gonna go and put my feet and hands and everything on the ground. May not be in the ground all the time, but on the ground for sure. I definitely garden with gloves. It is what it is. I still be caring about my nails a little bit, but but at some point I'm going to put my hands on the ground, my feet on the ground, my body on the ground, and get yourself in the sun. Get yourself in the sun. And then the last for this Cancerian summer solstice and full moon, reconciling with your emotions. Making sure there's nothing there, or let me say it differently, because I don't want y'all to feel like, man, Queen, this is work trying to clean out all this stuff. It's not that. It's just be in reflection and see what your inner being shows you when it comes to emotions that needs to be reconciled with. Because I guarantee you all, oftentimes it's an emotion there that's keeping us from being able to take motion, like get in motion. All right. Emotions put things in motion. And some of those things that emotions put in motion stagnate us from making other motions, if that makes sense. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat room. All right. Give me a clear in the chat room if the assignment is clear, if the divine assignments are clear. We got our assignment. We're ready to meditate. Say ready, say clear. All right. I got a crystal clear. I love that. I love that. I love that. And I love it. Give thanks. Ready. Okay. Ready. So for this meditation, since it is the summer solstice, I want to do a summer solstice meditation where we focus a little bit on our solar plexus. And so I'm going to set this intention for this meditation for our inner light to grow and shine within us and outside of us. Yes. I would like for us to get in a space where this little light of mine, we are able to let it shine. That is my intention for this meditation. I pray that everyone who leads this meditation feels vibrant within yourself. You can feel your inner fire. You can feel your personal power, your ashe. That's what your solar plexus should be given. And it should be coming from a place of your divinity, not the ego, your divinity. And so in order for it to come from that place, you got to empty yourself. You got to put the ego aside. You got to put the to-do list aside. You got to put the titles, the dreams, the desire, put everything away, because this inner sun, this inner light, this inner shine is there without all of that. It don't need all that. You don't need it. It's already there. That's why when you stress-free, you glow. We can tell when you're happy, baby, when you're getting loved on and you're feeling good and you ain't stressed and you got a little extra money in your pocket and all that. The ego ain't weighing you down. You chilling. You grateful. That's why you shine when that happened. Literally. Have y'all ever experienced really literally seeing somebody shine? Like literally like, dang, girl, you glowing. Like, wow, there's literally a glow about you. It literally allows you to do that. So I pray that that's what we reach by the end of this meditation. I pray that that's what we reach. And we're going to settle in that intention as we move into the meditation. So, you've been hearing that. I've been seeing that. Sister, my baby sister is on the line. I've been seeing that. I just ain't said it. I've been trying to call you, but you ain't answering your phone. But anyway, okay, we got to get into the meditation. Keep family business, family. All right, find a comfortable position. You don't need to see me. You do need to hear me. So I'm going to turn off my video. And let's just settle in. Stay in for the entire time. We're going to close after the meditation. Okay, find a comfortable position. You may stay sitting up or you may lay down. As long as you hear me, you can choose. Let's just start by engaging the breath and the body, relaxing the body. Take deep breaths in through the nose, breathing all the way down to the bottom of the belly. We're just going to slow that breath down. Relaxing the mind and the body. Inhaling deeply all the way down to the bottom of the belly. Slow that breath down. And exhaling through the nose or mouth. And relax. Let's just start with focusing in on the breath. Focus in on the body. Feeling your heart lighten with each inhale and exhale. Clearing the mind. We've heard a lot tonight. We're going into a new season. Things are exciting. We have our divine assignments. Have a lot to think about. But in this moment, let us prepare ourselves just by coming into a moment of stillness, quiet, silence. Relax. Nothing else to do. Nothing else to think about. Just be here right now in this moment. Oftentimes, in just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes of stillness and quiet, we don't know how much that truly impacts our life. How it settles down some of the strong currents that's happening in our life. It brings stillness and calm, like Jesus brought when he came to the top of the boat and said, "Peace, be still." That's what this moment right now is doing in your life. The past, the present, and the future. With every inhale and exhale, you're saying, "Peace, be still." So feel your body relax. Relaxing the shoulders and arms. Feel the breath relieving the heart, clearing the mind. And relax. Empty the self. Come to a stillness in the mind and the heart. Allow yourself this moment to expand and be filled. Be filled with light. But we can't be filled if we're already full of ourselves. So empty the self. Be light. Go within, drop into the heart. Come out of the mind. Center your focus on breathing into the heart, into the belly. Exhaling and relaxing the whole body. Relax. As you come into full relaxation, I want you to, if you can, attempt to visualize a small yellow light similar to a sun, like a small sun, forming at the bottom of your chest area, between the navel and the chest. That's where your solar plexus is. Right below the chest and right above the navel, right there in that area. Place your hands there if you need to. See a small little sun slowly growing in that area. Every time you inhale and exhale, it grows. And allow it to slowly grow into the solar plexus area. Allow it to expand into the chest and the stomach, down towards the hips and up towards the throat, until that sunlight energy totally envelops the body. And you are in the center of the sun. This is your personal power. Just as the power of the sun is always there, this power, this personal power that you were born with, that you come with as divine beings, it's always there. You are a living sun. You are at the center of this sunbeam. See that sun totally envelop you and allow your light to shine bright. Be still. See it beaming. And as it begins to beam, I want you to direct that sun to your children, to your home. Direct that light to the situation you're dealing with, to the relationship. Direct that light to your bank account. Direct that light towards your body. Direct it towards your ancestors and towards your future family. Beam your light in all places that you desire. Then once you finish expanding and giving out that light, I want you to bring it within yourself. Bring it back into that solar plexus and harness it. Right where your hands are. If you felt compelled to put your hands there, feel that light right there, right in the center of you. Centered into your solar plexus and affirm within yourself, this light is purifying. This light is energizing. It guides me. It heals me. It encourages me. It protects me. Affirm that about your light. This light is life. This light is God force energy. This light is presence. This light is grace and mercy and love. This light is dormant potentiality, limitless. Harness that light. Affirm it. The light within me is peace. It is joy. It is healing. It encourages me. It inspires me. It comforts me. This light within me is presence. And this presence is powerful. It's mighty. This light is within me. It is within me. I am one with this light. Be there with that light. Be there with the truth of that light. Stay there in this moment. Let it cleanse you. Let it encourage you. Let it inspire you. Now, take a deep breath into that light, into that solar plexus area. Let it grow. Hold it as long as you feel comfortable. And when you're ready, exhale and let it and see it harness right inside of your solar plexus, where it stays, where it resides. And I invite you to come back to this present moment in gratitude for the light. Maybe by wiggling your fingers and toes, giving yourself a little stretch. And just give thanks in the moment, for this moment, for light, for the reality that we are never stuck. We are always growing because we are alive. Give thanks for dormant potentiality, for limitless potential. Give thanks for it. Then expect it and rest assured that it is yours. Amen. I mean, Ashe. Ashe. All right. All right. We give thanks. Thank you for staying tuned with me for that meditation. I pray that it was resonant with you. I pray that it has you feeling light. I pray that you were able to at least somewhat visualize that light energy. If you were not able to visualize, please do listen back at this video a few times. Just practice seeing that light, feeling that light growing inside of you. With practice, it happens. But thank you so much for tuning in. I won't hold y'all no longer. We give thanks for that meditation that was channeled. We give thanks for this session that was fully channeled because I sure enough didn't get to too much on. I got some most things on my list, but we're not lacking anything, right? We ain't lacking nothing. Give thanks for what was channeled, what was given for this summer solstice. Hold firm to those divine assignments. Stay on top of it, y'all. You can really tell how intentionally you are, or actually you can really tell what your intentions were by looking at the harvest each season, by looking at the things that have unfolded this season. All right. Thank you so much. This was like a birthday celebration with y'all for me as well. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll shamelessly say, if you want to show your love, you want to show your gratitude for the ministry, if you feel compelled to do so, and you did not do it when you registered, you may do so on my website, ouministries.com, on the Sunday fellowship page. You can do it there. If you're watching this as a replay, it should have like a love offering tab at the top on the right side of my profile page on YouTube. My Cash App is $Queen Yen, YENN Gems, GEMS. May anything that you share, may anything that you give, may it be added to you tenfold. Amen. Amen. I'm going to actually take advantage of my birthday this year. I'm going to actually take a little break next week. That's why I wanted to go ahead and share some vibes with you all now. If you're in Atlanta, we do have a big event on Sunday where we're going to enjoy the space. It looks so beautiful. My landscaper came today, and every time he comes, like the garden it just opens up and brightens up with that fresh cut and trim and all of that good stuff. So it's beautiful. It's ready for y'all. Come out this Sunday if you're in Atlanta. We vibing out from 11 to 6. And I'm gonna launch the new garden website on Sunday, and I'm also going to do a sound bath free of charge for the community on Sunday. That is my gift to the community on my Earth Day, because I do feel strongly that the Most High brought me into this physical experience as a counselor, as a teacher, as one who loves, as one who has a keen ability to cheer you on, motivate you, love on you, support you. Dish out some tough love when I need to, but y'all know it's love. And so I enjoy it. All right. So I got my brothers and sisters who really be encouraging me to rest, and Queen, don't take on too much and let people help you. And I accept it. And I'm learning how to really let people help, allow people to help. But please do know, even if I'm tired, even if there's a lot going on, it's like, I don't really feel it till I feel it, because I love it. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy tuning in with y'all. Y'all are not just names to me. I've met many of you all. When I see your face, or even name, even if you don't come on here and show me your face, I remember your name. So when I meet y'all in person, you say your name, I'm like, oh, okay, finally a face to the name, so it's meaningful to me. Y'all really are fam, for real. And many of you I've known for years. You all have been tuning in for years. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. This is probably maybe the sixth birthday we've celebrated together. Some of you all have been there since the beginning of the inception of OU Ministries as OU Ministries. And some of y'all have been here since it was Queen Yen Ministries. You feel me? So thank you all for the love of yourself and the obedience to Spirit, as Spirit has led you to this ministry. Thank you for the support of the ministry. Thank you so much. Special shout out to my members. My members, I don't know if y'all know about the memberships. They support OU Ministries financially every month, from $30 to $60 a month. Some have chosen to get the bundle where they do $150, $200 a month. They have supported OU Ministry for years. Even through times they've had hard times, I've had people to stick it through. And I've had times where people say, just give me a minute, Queen, and I come back, and they come back and they're faithful with support. That is beautiful. Thank you so much. I don't take it lightly. I really don't take it lightly. And some of you all have faithfully prayed for your sister and this ministry. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you. Some of you all have faithfully encouraged me with words and showings of love in different ways. Thank you so much. And some of you all have personally shown your love as a friend, as a sister, as a brother. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate love, y'all. We are celebrating this Sunday the purchase of this land, OU Ministries headquarters, OU Botanical Gardens. Many of you all have seen me through that process. And so I give thanks for you as well. Yeah. All right. So y'all will get the replay link you can use over and over again. Happy summer solstice, happy full moon. And if you're Atlanta, I see y'all on Sunday. If I don't see you on Sunday, then maybe I'll see y'all on the new moon. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace and love. Many, many blessings to you.